I am Michael the Warrior, brought to the forefront. I was in the wilderness for 40 years from something that had happened to me when I was about 8, maybe younger. I have true visions from God. I sat here in my grandfather's rocking chair that's been handed down through my family. He was a 32-degree Master Mason from the Scottish Rite. Yes, I was knighted by my grandfather's orders before he died. Yes, I was giving the Masons and our church my visions when I was about 5. I won all my angels in church. I had visions all the way through as a little boy. I wanted to live a normal life because I couldn't live with the nightmares and sleep at night. So Russell Bates hypnotized me through faith in God with the Bible, and we used a verse so that I could live a normal life without the visions and dreams. According to my visions, Russell said, in the last days, when my family would need me the most and the people of this world, that my memory would come back when I would come across a certain verse in the Bible. And let me tell you, it did. And I was poisoned. And my whole memory came back, and God gave me true vision. I prayed on this. I went down to the church, and the church was having a sermon on vision. The pastor was lying to the children, telling them that men and women, children, do not have dreams and visions, which is not what the Bible, God's Word, says. I didn't want to embarrass the children, so I waited after church and spoke to the elders and told them about my visions, about the human trade. They looked at me puzzled, so I left and I went home and I prayed, Lord, I need a job. The next day I had received a call from Janie to go to Nip and Denzel the next day. When I got out to Nip and Denzel, the next day, the second day of work, I was asked to sit down at a table to do parts. And there lay the magazine called Vision with Mark Banke cutting the red ribbon on the front cover. When I was in the Life Recovery Program and I had my visions, when I asked God to give me a sign that my visions were true, I never told anyone that I had had visions but my mother. And I had told my mother that in the time, God would reveal to me my enemies. Because for years, I was being in bad situations that I felt, and I was having certain accidents and stuff that were very puzzling. I caught N1H1 when I came home from prison and almost died at my mother's, but none of the family or anyone else had caught it. My mother was in Florida. So I had always wondered. Until recently, about 6 months ago, I was poisoned. And I stepped into my ran to my brothers. I called National Controlled Poison Hotline from my truck driving manual. Hours later, I stumbled into my brothers telling them that I had been poisoned, and I grabbed my stomach and keeled over and almost fell to the floor. And an entity, God, came into me and picked me up and raised me and flipped me around the room, took me over to the phone book, took control of my whole right arm and right index finger, and opened up the phone book and ran through speaking to me, giving me all the names of my killers and the beast, and said that he would take me with the President of the United States through the United States, through the phone books, and take out all the human trade. God told me he does not want the drug lords or the dealers. It's not about drugs. Drugs have been around forever. He created them. they're just being used for the wrong purposes. The leaves of healing are cannabis. He showed me Solomon's gardens. They were for the healing of the nations. The high priest, yes, they were making medicines from every herb, cannabis in the world. And only the high priest and Solomon's wives were allowed in the garden. But they had started burning their cannabis to their old gods. And because they turned back to their old gods, God took Solomon's kingdom. Now he has given me very more. When I was a boy at 5 years old having my visions, we didn't have bicycle trails along the river. I seen the troops marching up and down the bicycle trails along the rivers. I seen the aircraft boats coming down our river from Ceresco. That is why they widened the dam. It is all part of their plan. I've been told by God to forgive Mark, that if he repents and helps heal this nation, they'll all be forgiven. But he wants the human trade and sacrificing of our children stopped. Or this nation, he said, if you do not listen to this prophet, this nation will burn. And he will use me to put those 12 in that bomb shelter. I have the code. God has given it to me. Mark, you must contact the Pope and your people and follow God's orders. Do you love your children? I do. I love your daughter and Bradley. Do you love my children? Do you love God's children? Now, Mark, this did not happen by any coincidence. God led me back to you to see what you would do. I had completely lost my memory until I was poisoned. But he was giving me visions of all your plots. And I was eluding them, just as David was when Saul was hunting him down. Just as Jesus was when Saul was trying to hunt him down. I will correct that it was not Saul hunting Jesus. But what I'm getting at is this really happened to me. This really happened to us, Mark. I know you're Mark of the beast. God has told me, and that I am Michael the warrior, the archangel. Archangel means mediator between God and man. I am not saying I am God, but God is speaking through me and living in me. He has raised me twice that I know of. Now please, Mark, end your plots. Tell the beast this world must have peace or it will be destroyed. You will be made president, and I will be your counselor, and we will have peace. If we do not, this nation will burn.